Shemel Shah. Yahweh Shemel Shah. Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
So what we're doing is we're heralding, announcing the coming of the next world, the coming of righteousness, the establishment of a righteous kingdom and the proper people. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakum, Kal Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Khawabwat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawabwati Nawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Nawa, Banasayawan, Abo, Hawishai Nawa, Mayan, Rai Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Waha Allah, Waha Taba'aras, La'ai Walamium, Aman.
After this manner therefore pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation. Hopefully, they got there pushing his word and truth and it's a series across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. All right, Baruch to you, Akim, Wa Akwatium, tuning in. Let me know, how the sound is going and how the visual is going. We clear on both ends, video, audio. And what I want to go into this morning, dealing with the times, that we're in. Okay, because we're coming into some hell of a times. Okay, the water, brother. Okay, come up the water, Akim. All right, so we're coming to some hell of a times to where, all right, things are speeding up and the stage is set for things to just spiral out of control. Esau Edom, is full steam ahead with his new world order and his agenda. Okay, his agenda for his NWO. Okay, and Esau Edom is all in because he has everything to lose. That's what we have to understand. Now, let's start here with this precept in the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 1. It said, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting, desired him, that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather. It's like it. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. Oh, you hypocrites! You can discern the face of the sky, but you can't. All right, but can ye not discern the signs and times? Okay, so the prophecies give us the signs and times of what will be going on in these latter days. Okay? What will be the sign of the coming, all right, the second coming of Yahweh Shai. Okay, just as it was signs of his first coming, you know, he will be born in Bethlehem through the lineage of David. Okay, he will be healing. Okay, he will be hated, you know, by men. Okay, hated without a cause. So you had all those signs that this was Yahweh Shai the first time, and it went over their head. Okay, and a lot of them are marked, you know, for death because of their unbelief, because they didn't believe of the first coming. Matter of fact, let's just get a couple of precepts, you know, the spirit. I'm gonna go that way a little bit. Let's get St. John chapter 8. All right, and 23. It says, and he said unto them, you are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of the world, I am not of the world. Okay? And Yahweh Shai, you know, was telling those wicked scribes and Pharisees that you are of this society. You know, you live, you know, for status in Rome. Okay? For clout. You know? This current society, this is what you're all about. Okay? You're cool with being a subordinate, okay, in the heathen's kingdom. Okay? I was shot like I'm from above. I'm from the aspect of rulership. Okay? Verse 24 says, I said, therefore unto you, that ye shall die in your sins. For if you believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. And a lot of our people, you know, in that time died in unbelief. And they came back in this time to be unbelievers again. All right, for their ultimate destruction, man. Because they didn't believe the signs. They didn't pay attention to the signs, all right, of the times. Okay? So even when you go to the same book, St. John chapter 10, okay, verses straight to the point. Okay, St. John 10 and 23 says, and Yahweh Shah walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, how long dost thou make us to doubt? If thou be Hamashiach, tell us plainly. Yahweh Shah answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. So he was showing signs through the miracles and the works, but they didn't believe. Okay, the signs didn't convince them. Just like now, our people are blind to the signs of what's going on. Okay, all the signs and the miracles Yahweh Shai Roth worked. Okay, and you had John. You know, I believe this in John. Let me see if we can find it. You know, we just flowing in the spirit. All right, this is St. John 21 and 24. It said, this is a disciple which testified these things and wrote these things, and we know that his testimony is true. And there are also many other things which Yahweh Shai did, the which, if they should be written every one, I suppose that even the world itself cannot contain the books that should be written. Okay? So all those signs went right over Jake's head because they were stuck in their unbelief. Okay? And at the same time, and the same thing is going on now. All these signs, okay, are constantly happening and it's going over Jake's head, man. And the main sign is the prophets being awakened, okay, and out there on the highways and byways, man. Okay, and all through the YouTube. Okay, standing on their feet. So let's get Isaiah 8, okay, and 18. It said, behold, I and the eyes Yahweh Shai, and the children, okay, the first fruit, those elect, all right, men, you know, who are allotted, you know, to stand on their feet as prophets and watchmen, man, and teachers, okay, Behold, I and the children whom the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah have given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel, for the Lord of hosts, all right, from the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. And let's get this word signs. Okay. In the Hebrew. All right. What you get in the Hebrew is ayath. I mean anath. Yep, anath. All right, and it says a sign, a signal, a distinguishing mark, a remembrance. Okay, a token, an ensign, a warning. Okay, a miracle, proof. You see that? Goes down here, and then Strong says evidence. Okay, so men from the tribe standing on their feet and prophesying, and you have all these men with the same doctrine and going into the scriptures and teaching, all right, on a daily basis, warning and exposing and revealing, and this never happened, okay, on this level, man, amongst our people. Okay, this wasn't going on in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s. Okay. But going back to the prophecy of we will stand on our feet, the spirit of life will enter into them after 3.5 days. This is the fulfillment of their prophecy. Brothers out there teaching, man. Okay, so it's a sign from Yahweh Shema Shah, but the masses don't believe. Okay, and that's why it says this. When you go to 2nd Ezra 15, all right, the 2nd Ezra 15:1. It said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. Okay, we're commanded to speak prophecy, things that will come to pass according to the scriptures. You see? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. This is the Bible. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay? For all the unfaithfulness shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. And their unbelief. Those same ones that didn't believe now, they're back here. Okay? Reincarnated. And they have that same spirit of unbelief, man. And it's going to be to their death. Because what's coming to the earth? Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, okay, great violence, famine, okay, lack of food, death and destruction, okay, World War III, all right, and then ushering in the second coming of Yahweh. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, man, and wickedness is peaking out, okay, and we're seeing it. Now, I got a couple of articles I want to get into. Okay. Now, it says, this is from Blacklisted News. Pretty good alternative site, for you brothers. Okay, let's into the articles. Now, it says, White House says families must accept pain at the pump to fight Putin. This is about the future of liberal world order. So let's just click on and read a little bit of it. All right, look at these devils, man. Look at these devils, man. They going to slavery, man. Okay, you Edomites are going to slavery, man. Okay, and all you other heathens, man. These smiling devils, man. Okay, the wicked rulers of the earth. It says American families must continue to suffer under record gas prices because the future of the liberal world order is on the line in Ukraine. According to the White House, what do you say to those families that say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years? A CNN host asked Biden advisor Brian Dees on Thursday This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm. These responded. Now, let's get this and see if it play it.
Those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
What we heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
The liberal world order. Okay, and when they say liberal, that's free, okay, from the standard of Yahweh Shem Shai. Because you have liberty to do everything except truly serve Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? Here it is as a man. You know, you couldn't keep your daughter from you can't keep your daughter from being a virgin. You know? They'll look at that as oppressive. Hell, you can't even keep them from keeping their gender. You know? They look at that as oppressive, man. A man, okay, having multiple women that are in order, they'll look at that as oppressive. But those same women are allowed to be studs. Okay? To be, you know, have no gender. Okay? So when they talk about liberal, they're speaking, you can be liberated to do anything you want outside of the scriptures, man. This the liberal world order that these devils, okay, are bringing. And as you can see from the reaction from Roe versus Wade, okay, that most people, all right, have a anti-Messiah mind frame to the point where they'll fight, you know, to maintain this wicked society, man. That's why you go for 1 John chapter 2, verse 18, and it says, little children, it is the last time, and as you have heard, the anti-Messiah shall come. Even now are there many anti-Messiahs, whereby, all right, we know that it is the last time, okay? And the earth is under a great rebellion, all right, under this devil, man. There's a great rebellion against righteousness in the earth, you know? So we understand that persecution is around the corner, but that's part of prophecy, man. Okay? That's part of prophecy. Yahweh Shai spoke that. When you go to St. John 7:7, it says, the world cannot hate you, but me it hated, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. Okay? And when you go into the standard of righteousness in the Bible, it condemns this society, man. Okay? And this book is condemning this society right before judgment, man. Okay? Why you see these people wilding out? Let's see if we can find some footage. Okay? I think they call lefties. It is madness, man.
Favorite segments, lefties losing it. And joining me this week is Director of Communications at the Institute of Public Affairs, Evan Mulholland. Evan, let's start with several lefties losing it in unison, because a lefty protester at a lefty protest who was masked, and he had a deep, she had a deep voice and a masculine physique, but they were accidentally misgendered by journalists, and all hell broke loose.
You are harassing me. Are you not nothing? I'm a woman being followed by a man who's not a journalist. You are fired.
I thought you were a dude. Oh, my bad.
It says it right on my seat.
I didn't know that. Sorry, sir. Ma'am, I mean. Ma'am.
Get the out of here! Get the out of here!
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
No. Back it up. No. No, get away from her. Get away from her. She said it more than once.
Intentionally.
He just misgendered this woman, sir.
They even reported it to the police.
So a nigga with a mask on. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Let's look at this, man. Okay, losing it. Okay, showing you that this is anti-Messiah, man. This is anti-Messiah. Let's get a quick precept, man. Okay. Let's get a quick precept. This nigga got a deep voice, a mask on, full mask covered up. You know, nigga sound like Michael McDonald. And then he said he misgendered me. He got her, you know, the pronoun she and her on the sleeve. Yeah, boy. Oh, man. I see why scriptures say the prudent shall keep silent in their day, man. It's to the point where it's like, okay. This is Matthew 19 and 4. And it says, he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they shall twain be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore the Most High have joined together, let no man put asunder. Okay, and it's twofold, because you know you're not supposed to intervene, you know, between a man and his woman and their affairs. You know, it has nothing to do with anyone but that man and that woman. Okay, because Esau, he intervenes through the state. Okay, then the order of man and woman and their union in general, okay, it's not supposed to be altered. Okay, that was created to continue perpetual life in the earth, man. Okay. Let's see, man, what we got here.
One simple but brilliant trick to cool your home in 90 seconds. Tired of hot and stuffy rooms during summer? This genius way to cool any room in 90 seconds.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, recording another one of these from Tim Pool's bathtub. From Tim Pool's couch, Tim Pool's bathtub, without Tim Pool in it. I've been crashing at his house for a while, if you've noticed, if you've seen. We're gonna be going through some libs of TikTok, which is short for liberals of TikTok.
Hey TikTok, do you ever wake up in the morning and think you just want to burn it all to the ground?
No, that's not a normal thing, a normal person. I like how she asked that as if it's a relatable question. Can you ever wake up and want to put a hamster in the microwave? No, that's you. Like, you know when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're really thirsty? Like, you know when you wake up and you want to burn it all? Like children.
Just fucking wait when you launch an attack on 50% of the American population.
Are you threatening a mostly peaceful protest? You cannot protect.
He ain't talking about nothing. We got square. Let's see if we can get some people. I know you've seen it where they was kicking the Bible. Trying to see if I can get something else. If they got any more footage, just checking. If not, go back to some more articles. We've seen that one. Yep. This is just a society that we live in, you know, where the Bible and righteousness is on the full attack, you know. But let's get a couple of you brothers' precepts. See what we got. All right, this the brother. So we Yahushua. Second Ezra 15:6. It says, "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves." Okay? To the innocent and the righteous blood cry out unto me, and the soul of the just complain continually, man. And this is a vexation, just to see, okay, the wickedness that is allowed and pushed and forwarded in this society, man. This anti-Messiah, agenda, that's constantly going forth. But it's supposed to happen and get worse and worse all the way up into the time of judgment. It said, "The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof." This is the brother Tawab Parya, Isaiah 19:14. It said, "The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit." And we're seeing, okay, this society move as a drunken man staggered, in their vomit. Because someone is filthy drunk, you look at their decision making, like, what is he doing? They make horrible decisions, sloppy, slouchy. It don't make sense. What they saying don't make sense. And we're seeing people stagger in their vomit. And this Roe versus Wade reaction that people are having is a showcase of people's nakedness, all right, especially in this society of the West, man. Okay? So let's go from there. And let's get a couple more. Let's see what your boy Biden talking about. It said New York Times, Jim Tankersley asked Biden how long, all right, is it fair to expect American drivers to pay their premium for the war in Ukraine?
And how long is it fair to expect American drivers to continue to pay a premium because of this war?
The second part of the question was, would it bring down the price?
Will it bring down prices? And the war has pushed prices up. They could go as high as $200 a barrel, some analysts think. How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world to pay that premium for this war?
As long as it takes. So Russia cannot, in fact, defeat Ukraine and move beyond Ukraine.
And how long is it?
As long as it takes, man. So they're going to draw this thing out. Okay? And they have a scapegoat with Russia, man. But
ultimately, the reason why gas prices are up is because of Russia. Russia. The reason why the food crisis exists is because of Russia. Russia not allowing grain to get out of Ukraine.
Nigga just tell you anything, man. Well, see, the masses, okay, well, you have people that's waking up and they're not, going for their story, man. When you go down to this article, it says a quarter of voters say they may soon have to take up arms against the government, poll says. It says more than 1 in 4 Americans have so much disdain for the government that they believe it may be necessary at some point for citizens to take up arms against the government, according to a new poll from the University of Chicago's Institute of Politics. Just days before Independence Day, the poll shows that 28% of voters hold such a belief, including 1 in 3 Republicans, roughly 1 in 3 Independents, and 1 in 5 Democrats. A majority of Americans also said the government is corrupt and rigged against everyday people like me, including 2/3 of Republicans and Independents and about half of Democrats. The survey also comes amid televised congressional hearings by the House committee investing last year's attack on the U.S. Capitol. So you have a mass amount, okay? Then the 30% of Americans, like, they know they're gonna have to take up guns and get busy with the government, man. Okay? Because they know it's not Russia. Okay? They know it's not because of the C-19 that these things are happening, man. Because of a corrupt government, and it's all prophecy, man. So let's get that in the horns had to go off on that one. So yep, this is Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in scrapes. Yeah, so the closer he gets, to his new world order, the more resistance that he's going to get, okay, from the people, man. Okay, because ultimately the spirit of Yahushua is resisting this man through that spirit of exposure, okay, and tearing down his strongholds in the spirit, because Christianity doesn't have the enchantment power that it once had, the school system doesn't have the power that it once had. This man's science and all the things that he pushed, okay, to be truth. Well, the real truth is tearing it down. Okay, so he's losing power, all right, in the spirit, and as he's being revealed, as he's been put to shame, okay, you're having an uprising amongst those that were once, all about this government, man. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in scrapes. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Now, when you get that word wicked in the Hebrew, okay, all right, it's amal, okay. You go into, it says a laborer, a sufferer, a wretched one, a laborer, a workman, toiling, okay, pretty much the working class, pretty much the working class is realizing, look, this is some BS, man. He's destroying the middle class on purpose. He's destroying different industries on purpose, okay. He's destroying, personal wealth, okay. 401ks and everything is suffering under this man's rulership, okay. And as he attempt to do his great reset, all right, we're finna see a major kickback against this man, that's going to lead to civil war, it's going to be another revolution, man. So let's go from there. Yeah, one more I want to get into. Okay. And this one says controlling the savages. Okay. It says the C-19, the lockdown, shortages, and the Great Reset. Okay. It says who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole countries. Who controls money can control the whole world. Henry Kissinger. And Henry Kissinger was the devil that pretty much came up with the concept of the petrodollar. Okay, when he went to Saudi Arabia, and struck a deal, with the Saudis that no one can buy their oil except it was with the American dollar. Okay, so as these nations need the oil, they would need, a supply of American money. Okay. Which in turn created a demand for the American dollar. And that's why the dollar has been able to be so strong over the decades, because, it was in high demand because of its ability to purchase Saudi Arabia oil. That's where you get the term petrodollar from. Okay? And it says around 1868, the Indian Wars had briefly paused, and the soon to be butchered treaties remained in force. However, the U.S. federal government and private interests were well aware that the Indian question and problem of the savages was still unanswered, which that was Gad and Reuben. Okay? In other words, the problem of the savage was the savages still existed. Those savages had been beaten back for years by the U.S. regular army, but they would not completely vanish. In fact, despite being outmanned and outgunned and with little to no competition for the advancements in weaponry of the U.S. Army, the Native Americans routinely rallied the American military at times, slaughtering whole detachments, and they're just the mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai. that, you know, Gad and Reuben was not consumed by this man's military. Okay? Because you go to the scriptures. Let's get this in Lamentations. And we get that. Let's get the book of Lamentations, chapter 3. Okay. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 2. It says, is the Lord's mercies, all right? Lamentations 3 and 22, is the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. You know, because he was angry at us for our disobedience, but he didn't allow us to be consumed. Okay? Because there was going to come a time where he was going to start having favor, and we're in that time now. And that's why, you know, we're standing on our feet. That spiritual army, man, that exceeding great army. And then you have another one. This is Malachi 3 and 6. It says, for I am the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Okay? So it didn't matter, you know, how advanced Esau was with his weaponry, you know, over, you know, the tribes. All right? Yahweh Shema Shai still preserve his people, all right, for this time that we in now. You know? But Esau was trying, man. Okay? Now you go into it, said, but now the secessionists had been dealt with. It became apparent that it was now time to remove the gloves from the iron fist of the coming settlements, that the Native Americans had to be annihilated, all right, subjugated or displaced from their native lands. Railroad, telegraphs, mines, or the like were all being hampered by the very existence of Native Americans. It says, enter William Sherman, the general famous, all right, for his brutal march to the sea, the burning of Atlanta, and the destruction of the civilian infrastructure in the U.S. Civil War, says what you want about Sherman. The man knew how to win a war. He knew that breaking the backs of the civilian population and the ability of the society as well as military to sustain itself was a successful method of warfare. He also knew that the Native American relied upon buffalo for food and shelter, and indeed their very survival. In a letter penned in 1868, he wrote that as long as the buffalo were alive, Indians will go there. I think it would be wise to invite all the sportsmen of England and America that there this fall for a grand buffalo hunt and make one grand sweep of them all. And so it became unofficial federal policy that the buffalo had to be extinguished in order to solve the vexing Indian problem. Over the next 10 years, the buffalo were hunted by privateers, highly encouraged by the U.S. government, to the point of near extinction. Where buffalo once numbered about 30 million, by the end of the 1800s, that number had been reduced to just a few hundred. 30 million. The buffalo was at 30 million and it was reduced to a few hundred, man. What did he do? He took out the food supply. The same thing that he's doing now to the civilians. He's taking out the food supply, man. And we always knew that he knocked down the population of buffalo, but we didn't know he did that, man. 30 million to a few hundred? This man killed 29, million plus buffaloes, man. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay? And this is a pretty long article, so you can read the rest of it. Let me copy the link. Put the link up. So y'all can read the rest of it. Okay. But just as he did back then, he's finna do the same thing now, man. We are in these times. And I get this precept and I end it here. Just want to bring a few things out. I was briefly reading over this morning. So let's get Ezekiel 12. Okay. And 22, it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that you have in the land of Israel, saying, the days, okay, the days are prolonged, and every vision filleth. All right, and Jake ain't gotta, our people ain't gotta vocalize this. Their actions show as if prophecy is not happening. The way that they're moving, they move as if prophecy and judgment is not, at the door. It says, tell them therefore, thus said the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. Okay, and we come to the time of the effect of every vision, okay, is about to overwhelm this society, man. Why scripture say pride gonna cease, okay, which means stop completely. Okay, why? Because people are finna dwell in torments, man. The worst time since the earth was created is upon us, man. And we're seeing that build up. Okay, so Lord, will you brothers and you few sisters were edified once again, and give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.